analysis, not some kind of like bullshit, and not something that's gonna just annoy us. Kate and Jimbo, we wanna see a bit of football chat, not like the rest of the other football crap. Hey, we wanna get it with the realness. Oh, baby, Kate and Jimbo.
Big up to everybody and welcome back to Kate and Jimbo. Hope you are all well and good. And yeah, everyone's happy and relieved that the weather has finally cooled down. It's been so flipping hot. Hope you are good. Jimbo, how are you doing today?
Yeah, good, thanks, darling. Excellent.
Good.
Hello to everyone in the chat.
Yeah, make sure you're smashing a like, subscribing, and hyping and all that jazz. And don't forget as well, we have got our podcast now on Spotify. So do go over to Spotify, search for Kate and Jimbo, you'll find us, and please do follow us there and leave a rating if you can. Lots to go through today. Vicario has landed ready to make his loan move to Juventus. There's no mandatory clause to buy him. There's an option to buy at 8 million. Then you've got Savinho. Is it on? Isn't it on? Is it happening? Isn't it happening? We've got that going on. Gakpo. Just so many names flying around as we get to the last couple of weeks of the window. And also, obviously, the first week of the Premier League season. But before we crack on, let's have a look who's in the chat. We've got G Giant, big up to you. Good to see you. YouTube member in the house. Goats in the house. Rodney Martin's in the house. Said big up all. We now need Spurs to spend big. And we do. Big up Adrian. Big up Polly. Should I watch the Community Shield as I thought City would bop Arsenal off the park, but I'm very worried Arsenal are not only going to go back to back in the league, but win other trophies. Do you know what? The thing is, I don't even think that Arsenal are that good. I just don't think there's anyone that's close to them. Everyone else seems to have dropped off. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, we won't. We'll be up there. Don't worry about that.
I didn't see the game, if I'm honest, because I was live with Sean and then I was ill, so I didn't really see it. But I'll take your word for it. Polly says Sunday was ruined with the fact Rodri's now leaving City. Yeah, they're going to miss him. Big up to you, Rob, YouTube member. Big up to you, Shem, another YouTube member and a mod. And Rob's a mod. So big up to the mods and the members. Carl, the mod, is in the house. Big up, Carl. Good to see you, my friend. Afternoon, Jay Green. Good to see you. Big up, Ben Bryant. Come on, you know who's. Good to see you. Big up to Shawnee for sending everyone over. There is so many people in the chat. I'm going to have to just whiz through. Luke's here. We've got Bourbon Buzzard, Ghost, FS Ain't, Kicks, Snitches Get Stitches raid from Sully. Gary Bex with YouTube member in the house. Big up to you. Big up Ghost. Big up to El Tel Cockerel, who's a mod. Donut raid. Honestly, he's getting a slap when I see him. Big up John. Big up to Swigs saying carp raid. Evening to you, Michael. David's in the house. Shawnee Raid. Big up Fiona, YouTube member. Good to see you, my love. Galby's in the house. Big up to you. Tottenham Ayers says, after the final pre-season game and a little knowledge of what De Zerbi's looking to do on the pitch, if the window closed last night, where are we finishing? I will get that starred and we shall look into that in a bit. Nick Davis is here. Andy Bays is here as well. Rob Belcher, the legend, coming in with 1/3 Nigerian raid. Honestly. Bozo raid, says Mark Robinson. Spursy bingo. Leroy. Big up to everyone coming in. You're all ledges. Good afternoon to you. Lovely to see you, DJ Green Alert, one of our very first subscribers. Big up. Hope you're feeling better. The group chat is just for content creators, really, more than anything, Carl. It's a private group chat. Big up to Ian coming in with the jewels. I need some more jewels. There's too many fingers about jewels. Thank you very much. Mark feels it. Akuma's here. The lovely Budge. YouTube member in the house. Cassandra, YouTube member in the house. Yeah, I was very, very sick yesterday. I'm not going to lie. So feeling like I've been kicked around a bit by Mike Tyson today. My ribs are killing me, my back's killing me, but I'm alive and just drinking lots of water. But thank you for asking. Big up Jonah, big up John, big up to Akuma with the 10 jewels. Thank you very much. Kix is in the house. Good to see you. Treve is in the house. Sniper's in the house. I feel like I'm going to lose my voice before I even start. Daniel's here. Cyril's here. Burgundian is here. My favourite content creators. Thank you, Jonah. Very, very nice. Tony Darko's here. Elspur, lovely to see you. Hope you're well. Ad Gems here. Legend Alan M. Good to see you, my friend. Gaza says, Savinho, here we go for 70 million. Yeah. Has it come out? Has it though? If not, you're facing a timeout for any false bombers. Rock Tat's here. Good to see you. If I'm a kid, can I ban Jimbo for saying we're going to be as good as Arsenal? If you're a mod, yeah, you can. Evening to you, Clay Tinsley. Before we get going, as a senior Spurs fan who's an amateur on social media, can you explain what a mod is? A mod basically is if someone starts spamming the chat, swearing, being rude to people, they've got the power to kick them out. Kick them out, put them in timeout on the naughty step. You do know, Kate, by the time you finish saying hello, you'll run out of video time. I know, but I hate being rude. Big up to you, John George. Big up, Totspur. YouTube member says, you're winding me up. Big up to you. £30 heavier, Oxford Natural Raid. Love it. Brian Hill, good to see you. Henry, good to see you. Colby coming straight in with 10 jewels as well. Big up to you. Adam's here saying, Donut Raid, YouTube member. Have I missed? Sean DeBoss, good to see you, my love. I do feel so much better today. Thank you for asking. Luke's here. Good to see you. Smash that like, everyone. Fake bomber, outrageous. Liston Hines, I'm sure you was a subscriber because I'm sure I've seen you in here before. But hey, welcome back. Adam coming in with some jewels as well. Thank you very much. Lots of jewels. And Andy Bays with a super chat. Bless you. Saying, hope you're feeling better. Big up, Jim. I am. Thank you. I'm not 100%, but trust me, yesterday was horrendous. But I still can't actually believe I made it through the stream. But we did it together, didn't we, Jimbo?
Yep.
Big up, Brute, for the jewels. Rain saying, can't wait for the moaning to be over. I cannot wait for this bloody window to close. Big up to Shawnee for sending everyone over. The biggest bozo on YouTube, but we love him. Big up Shawnee. Thank you very much. Sean DeBoss has become a new member. Good to see you. Exactly. Only one bozo in the chat, Butler, and it's you. Jimbo, let's start with the first bit of news. Vicario gone on loan to Juventus. Not sure what to make of it. Because I thought we'd sell him straight away, and we haven't. We've loaned him. Plus, there's no obligation to buy. It's an option to buy. Are we doing that old Tottenham thing of just kicking the can down the road, or do you think we've done the right thing, just get him out of the club and hope that he performs and Juve buy him?
Well, it was a strange one because I thought they were selling him for 20 million, but look, I've said it many times, this is a transition season, and I suppose they want to get players out. Michael Bridge said on Sky Sports the other day that he's the third keeper now, so he was going to go. I suppose it's cheap, 10 million. It was 10 million euros when I think that's £8.5 million.
Yeah, I think it's 8 million with possible 2 million. I mean, look, Connor worded it that it looked like it was an 8 million loan fee. 8 million euros.
I did tell you this morning exactly what it was, and you're taking someone else's word over mine. I told you this morning when you got up that it was a 10 million euro, no obligation. That if they want to buy them, they can. If they don't, then they don't.
Look at you getting all leery.
Well, I did tell you, but then you listen. Then you listen to someone else who's told you wrong. So you made a bozo of yourself.
I didn't really listen to them. I was just setting up the show, looked at my phone and it said 8 million loan fee for Vicario from Connor. Now Connor knows his stuff, so I thought, well, let Shawnee know
Well,
because
obviously
he's
Connor
streaming.
doesn't. Connor, you got it wrong.
But Connor
She
has
should listen
made
to
me
her
look like a
husband.
bozo by being a bit of a bozo. Now they're saying, oh, it was poor wording from Fabrizio. No, Connor, it was poor reading and understanding from you. And I'm glad you're not my financial advisor. I'm just going to say. But anyway, Jimbo, look, I think it's another guy off the wage bill, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it does ponder the question that we're paying top dollar for our players, and yet all our players, apart from Vuskovic, are going for peanuts.
Well, they're not. It's not peanuts, Kate, is it? I mean, I don't know what
Well,
we paid for Vicario. What did we pay for him? That makes a difference. It's like we sold Jed Spence. We got a profit out of him. You know, he wanted to go abroad, which you're not going to get as much money, and we made a decent profit. So
I don't know. What can I see it? How much? Oh, no.
hey, Legend
I don't know.
Alan saying 17 million.
Yeah, I was going to say someone in the chat will know. Save me trying to find it. Big up to you, AJ. Good to see you, my friend. But I mean, I was seeing in Shawnee's show, he's shit. I'm glad he's gone. People have got very short memories, right? Under Ange in that sort of high line, Vicario was very good. And he's also had some very good games for Spurs. He wasn't completely shit. It just, I don't think, I think he's a little bit lightweight for the Premier League, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, look, he's not a number one keeper in the Premier League, is he? He might be a number one keeper abroad, but we took a chance on him. You know,
Yeah.
I had watched him play. I'd seen him play before, and I thought he was going to do well. But as people say, you know, when you come to the Premier League, it's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
So, but look, it's another one out the door. We need to get them off the books. It's another wage they're not paying. So, you know, for me, it's just have a clear out, get in who you want to get, and then start to do the work properly. You know, we was in a really bad position when we were 17th twice. So selling players and buying players is a little bit more difficult. But you know, when you start progressing and doing better, things have become easier.
There's never a domestic buzz because if you see what happened there, I went to Jim. Look at him getting all brave, and he didn't say anything else.
We don't have domestics.
It ain't worth getting into.
We just don't have domestics.
He gets Larry, and I say, "Who are you getting Larry at?" And he shuts up. Or I'll be a bit stroppy, and they go, "Who are you being stroppy with?" And I'll shut up, and then we laugh. That's normally what happens. 17 mil, yeah. Tomato, potato. Oh, it was actually 16.5 mil. That's 17.2. Well, we say around 17 mil. And look, like I say, at the end of the day, it's another one out the way. Gabriel Martinelli is available. I wouldn't want Martinelli. And I'm not saying that because I think he's a bad player. Because I don't think he's a bad player. But I can't have another ex-Gooner in our club. I can't. We've got Vinay. That's enough. Well, I mean, Jim, would you take Martinelli?
Well, there's no point because they won't sell him to us. We don't buy off them, and they don't buy off us. Very rarely. You know, it takes things like a Judas to walk across there for nothing for them to get our players. You know, and I'm still not sure all that crap about Romero said he'd go there. Did he say he was going to go? He'd go there, or was it just someone starting trouble? You know, someone in the press putting it out there.
It's like anything. You'd never know what to believe anymore. It's even like Connor. I would have trusted Connor giving me correct information, and he's just stabbed me in the back.
I think he's given you the wrong information once today.
Well, that's once too many. Big up, Nick. YouTube.
You better be nice. We're trying to get him on the show.
The question I keep asking, Spence, Vicario, etc., is how much do we think they're worth, and who do we think is going to pay that amount right now? If we don't ever match them, what? Keep them. Yeah, that is always my argument, right? If they were to be sold, and you've also got to think if you sell him to the Premier League rival, not that I think there's anyone in the Premier League who would have come forward for Vicario, but had we sold Spence to say Liverpool and got 20 million more, is it worth it for him possibly balling against us and helping Liverpool finish above us?
No,
You know,
don't
I
think.
don't know. You've got to weigh it all up, right?
Look, if Tottenham are willing to sell him, right, that means that the manager doesn't want him. That he doesn't think that he's the right player for whatever reason. So sell him to the highest bidder. If he wants to go there, that's the point. You got to remember, it's not just who the club want to sell him to. It's if he wants to go there. And we've been told by multiple people that he wanted to go abroad, and that's where he's gone. Pat Jennings, yeah, but it was different in them days.
Yeah, and
Fiona,
you know the funny thing is, he's one of the very few who went across North London and still loved and adored by both sets of fans.
yeah, and because he
But
was,
he's proper coy still. I mean, he's an ambassador, isn't he? Was he?
yeah,
Am I making that up?
no, yeah, he's an ambassador.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He does work here. Do some work with Tottenham. He's just a nice guy, and he was a fantastic keeper.
yeah.
You know,
Big
so
up Claire. She says, I don't hate Vic, just didn't command his box, especially on crosses. His distribution was terrible. Not sure he ever saved a pen. And he couldn't catch a cold, bless him. But I think for people to come out and say he's absolutely shit is a bit too much. Vicario cost us 18 points last season. His injury saved us from relegation. He's shit. He
look,
also helped to win us the Europa League.
well, it's all right saying he lost us 18 points. There must have been games that he saved us in as well, right? But
Yeah.
I do agree 100% that his injury saved us. I said this to you many times, Kate, that if he was in goal for them last 7 games, I don't think we stay up.
Yeah.
But, look, let's just not smash him to pieces now. Just let him go with our good wishes, you know. He's gone now. We haven't got to worry about him.
Sean the Boss says people think Savinho's rubbish, but he's far from it. As I've stated many times, we will get Savinho. I know he can be, and he wants us to play for us and nobody else. I can't wait till he gets here. That sounds like Jimbo.
Yeah, I agree.
Big up Uphill Gardner. Hope you're well. Snipers, wifeless for a week. Big up Delhi.
Bloody hell, that's a dream.
I'll happily go away for a week. Honestly, you say the word and I'm gone. Savinho put in a transfer request on 28th of July. That's 20 days ago. This deal will get done. Yeah, I think it will get done as well, Adrian. 100%. Every day you see that we're a little bit closer, and that apparently all verbal agreements are now in place. 70 million. I think there's add-ons as well, and that his medical is going to be coming out. I think it'll be announced by Wednesday, Savinho. I'm going to go all out and say I think it'll be this week. Thoughts, Jimbo?
Well, not faults. I'll tell you what Ben Jacobs said this morning, that it will get done. Everything's in place for it to be done. He said, so if it doesn't get done this week, Spurs fans not to panic. It will get done.
Yeah. Big up John Jules says Pat Jennings serves as a beloved matchday hospitality host and iconic club ambassador. He's spent over 40 years with Spurs as a legendary goalkeeper, coach and consultant. Talking of legendary people, talking of ambassadors, the wonderful Mickey Hazard, I had the pleasure of speaking to him this morning, and he went, when am I going to get him on the show? And I said, Mickey, you're welcome anytime. He went, tell me a day. So fingers crossed, the end of next week, Thursday or Fridays, I'm just waiting for him to confirm, we shall have Mickey on for a little chinwag about Spurs, about his day with the team and with De Zerbi, what he made of the coach, also about what he's made of the, obviously we would have played a game by then. We'd have played 2 games because we'd have played the Carabao Cup and we would have played the Premier League game. And the state of play at Spurs, how he's feeling. So look out for that, peeps. I will confirm a day when I get it, but hopefully Thursday or Friday next week, the wonderful Mickey will be back on the show. It's been a while since he's been on. Lukey says it was reported beginning of March that he was twerking for Juve. From that point, I wanted him gone. We were struggling and needed our players completely on board. Yep. Pat Jennings handed me a trophy when I was young, quietly spoken, but hands like JCB's. I've never seen anyone with, well, I think one person, I can't remember who it was, but Jimbo's got such enormous hands. They're like, you could pick up a basketball, is it? With one hand. His hands are like shovels. Unbelievable. And yeah, I agree. He wasn't crap. He was just a bit herky jerky. That's a good way of putting it. Graham says, sorry to agree with Jimbo, but Spurs are rebuilding. It'll take more than one window. You ain't winning the Prem. No, we're not winning the Prem. I don't know if
we can dream, Graham. It's all about dreaming, mate.
How are you agreeing with Jimbo there? Because he tells everyone that listens that we're going to win the Prem.
Yeah, but he's right about the windows. I mean, I hate it when I see everybody up in the air about players coming in and players going out. This is a really, really important season for us. Getting people in and getting players out the door. So we just got to let it unfold, and until the window shuts, I don't think any of us should really have a moan about the transfer window. Let it finish. Sometimes, look, Tottenham have made it plain and simple. They want Gakpo and they want Savinho, and we haven't got them in yet. And that's not to do with Tottenham. It's to do with their teams, not letting them go. So we can't blame Tottenham for that. We just got to be patient.
Another player, obviously, we saw yesterday West Ham give up a 2-0 lead and draw 2-2 with Burnley in the Championship. But Solomon scoring for them. Pleased for the lad, I've got to be honest. Another player today we've allegedly had a bid for is Richarlison, Jimbo. Apparently, not meeting Tottenham's valuation, and rumour is it was around the £15 million mark. I mean, for me, everyone knows how I feel about Richarlison. Bloody hell, Tottenham told they've spent 200 mil to get weaker in a brutal review of their transfer business. What bozo on TalkSport's come out with that nonsense?
Probably have gone or it's not fair.
It's not fair. Alex Crook. What a surprise. What an absolute bozo. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Troy Deeney. Yeah, Jimbo. There, you're right. Troy Deeney used to have always praised Tottenham. Now he never says nothing nice about Spurs.
He used to really like Tottenham. He said that it was one of his favourite teams in the Premier League. And in the last, 8 months, he's done nothing but slate us.
Do you know what? I would love to get Mab on because he's my favourite. So Mickey went, I'm sure I can. He doesn't like doing things where he's got to talk about himself, which I think is really endearing. So that's the reason he hasn't come on. If I could, I would. Trust me, I really would. Big up Marianne, YouTube member coming in. And Paddy, I'm waiting for Mickey to get back to me with that date, Paddy. I've told him and he's going to get in touch with the club. But Jimbo, anyway, Richarlison. For me, everyone knows my view on him. However, I don't see how we can possibly sell him at this moment in time.
Well, the way I'm going to look at it, if they sell Richarlison, that means what's
Cole said, Kate and Jim, thanks for helping me out, especially Jimbo for calling me. And Jimbo still texts me to see how I'm doing. So for that, I'll never forget, and I'll love you forever. Thanks.
You're welcome, Cole, anytime. If they sell him, that means that they've got someone lined up coming in. They won't sell him otherwise, Kate. So for me, if they let him go, it looks like Solanke's injured. Is he injured? Have they come out and said he's injured?
He's got something on his ankle, apparently, but that's only what I've seen on X. Nobody official, I don't think, has come out and said it.
Okay. I mean, I didn't think so. But I would figure by him not featuring since we've been back in England that he's not. Has he featured since we've been back? He hasn't, has he?
No. Yeah. Didn't he play him? Yeah, because he had one game against MK Dons and you didn't even know he was playing.
No, since we've been back in England.
Oh, back in England. No, sorry. I didn't even say that bit, sorry.
So, I would say that they got someone lined up to come in.
Yeah, I mean, I'd much rather get rid. I can't believe these words coming out of my mouth, Kate.
Yeah, but 15
At this,
million is it's
at
not
this
enough,
moment
is
in
it?
time, Richarlison is worth far more to us than
Yeah, of
£15 million
course
because
he is.
at least he scores. And for me, at the minute, Solanke might as well not even be at the club. He must just be not fit for him to be giving the performances that he's giving when he is fit or allegedly fit. Big up, Sonny. Good to see you. Hope you're well. YouTube
But you know,
member.
look, we was talking about this the other day. It's he gets slated so much, right, Solanke, and it's a little bit unfair because he doesn't want to be injured. It's not his fault if he gets injured, if his body breaks down, you know. So I mean, I think it's really unfair to slate him. You know, if he has a bad performance, then it's different. People say he's had a bad game or whatever, but you can't slate him for being injured. He's not
Yeah,
going out there trying to get injured.
yeah.
Some
Um,
players are just injury prone, but it just absolutely slaughters me that he was never injured, and he comes to Tottenham and he never plays.
Budge, I think this has got to be put in perspective, and you're spot on. The players we've signed in this window would have taken 4 windows in the past,
Yeah,
which is why I get people's frustrations that we haven't brought in a forward line. But if, as I said on Sean's show yesterday, we could have been watching our team in the championship this weekend just gone. And if someone had said to us when we just scraped past Everton to stay up that we're going to sign Tonali, Fernandes, Van Heck, Senesi, Robertson, and be linked with this plethora of superstars, we would have gone, yeah, right, we'll never pay them wages. And look what's happened. So I think people have become a little bit entitled and spoiled. And I'm sorry, I know people will look at that. What, like other fans will say, no, we've just got standards. Okay, but standards are fine, but they've got to be achievable.
realistic.
Yeah, and realistic. So I am absolutely certain the club are doing everything to get in the players we need because they wouldn't have invested this much money to just say, oh, but you know what, the front three will do. We'll just make do with them. It just wouldn't happen.
Well, you look, the Zerbi must look at him and think that he must think to himself. When we say the front three, who are we talking about? Front two.
Well, yeah, because Tell's improved.
Tell's improved massively
Yeah.
Over the close season.
But I mean, as well, the fact that we're short of wingers, which we are short of wingers,
Yeah.
because Kudos is injured. Kulu, even though I don't like him as a winger, is injured. Odebert's injured. So that's why I'm saying front three, because we need a striker and we're short of wingers. But go on, carry on, sorry.
But I mean, we've had an offer of Richarlison. Just that they're even discussing it tells you that he doesn't think that he's good enough to move forward. And
Yeah.
he, at the end of the day, Kate, he's not, and Solanke hasn't shown anything to say that he is, you know. But has Solanke had a really good run in the team? Not
No.
really, has he?
No.
So, but I mean, if he's going to keep breaking down, what do? It's going to be hard to sell, and you're just going to keep him sitting there paying him whatever he's on a week. I don't know what he's on. So it's kind of a catch-22 situation.
Big up to Harmless Potato. I saw you. And for everyone sending in jewels, they're very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Dominic Solanke is on 140 grand. No, ignore that. Is he? Hang on.
I would imagine it's something around there.
Yeah, 140 grand a week, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like 140 a week. So that's 139,000 too much. But hey, what can you do? Daniel Hewson coming in with the positivity saying, I had a dream last night that Savinho fails a medical tomorrow. No, don't say it. Big up Spurs syndrome. Good to see you. Hope you're well. I think Solanke has mental health issues. Do you know what? I hope it's not that because we saw that with Richie and I remember feeling so guilty because I'd really been laying into him and then it came out and obviously Dele Alli. But there's a new thing that they've announced today. While we're on this, let me get up the tweet. That's what I was doing, and then I got waylaid. Where is it? This one. Let me get this tweet up. Share it. Share screen. Blah blah blah. There we go. Did it come up? Yeah. Tottenham's performance director Dan Lewington conducted an investigation into the club's injury record and has instigated important changes, including an increased focus on individualised player care. The squad will be split into groups of 4 to 6 players who will have their own physio and sports scientist. The theory is that staff will be able to dedicate more time to each player and understand them better. This should help medical and performance staff to make informed decisions and recommend small but significant tweaks to a player's training schedule based on their injury history and the requirements of their position. I mean, Jimbo, this can only be a good thing, right? Number one, it's good that they finally looked into what the hell is going on, why we're getting so many injuries. But not only that, they've proactively changed the way they're doing things. So it's more of a personalised training plan per player, which I thought they probably did that anyway, but clearly they don't. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's fantastic. I'm so pleased with the way the club's heading at the minute, Kate. Long may it continue, not just with the players we're buying and we're getting out, the players we don't want, but the way the club's being run with things like that, new medical staff, goalkeeper coach. It's just everything seems to be changing for the better, because at the end of the day, so many people were right when they said the last few years that we wasn't a football club anymore. We was an entertainment venue, and it kind of hurt, especially when you've supported this club for such a long time and seen some really good times, like me and many others have. And you see it going down that road, and it's just like we was a laughing stock, But now I can see things are heading upwards, and it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to see that we're moving in a completely different direction, and in the right way as well. And things like that, it's fantastic. It can only be good.
Big up to you, Spurs 6659, for the super chat. Says, after yesterday, do you think City will pull the plug on the Savinho deal? Look, I know they lost 3-0, but they're still overrun with wingers, and this guy's not going to get any game time. He's removed City from all his bios. He's put in a transfer request. I don't know how they possibly can keep him at City. I'm just looking at Football London now. Does it say? What does it say about Savinho?
And thanks for the super chat.
Yeah, thank you for the super chat.
Look, I said this to you yesterday, Kate.
I don't really say anything. I don't understand. It said Savinho up there.
I said to you after the game that I wonder if they're having second thoughts. But at the end of the day, I don't really see how they can keep him after everything that's gone on. He doesn't want to be there. I read an article, I think it was yesterday morning, that he got his agent to speak to the club and tell the club he wants to leave and he wants to go to Tottenham. So he got his agent to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of conflicting reports. Some saying that all verbal agreements are in place. It's just a case of now doing the medical. I don't know. I've never, ever, 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 ever known anything like this saga.
Well, Ben Jacobs,
I don't know how long we give it until. Yeah, he said Spurs fans have just got to be patient. He obviously doesn't know the Spurs fan base very well, does he? Patience isn't one thing that Tottenham fans have. I think goals outside the Premier League spoil stats for people, as half them teams are not as good. Yeah, there is that. Solanke was seen training behind the game yesterday. Look, I hope he's not injured. I really hope he isn't injured. but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
And yes, we did cheer. I was actually in the loo because I wasn't well. I heard Jimbo scream, so I knew it was 2-2. But yeah, we were very spoiled having Sonny and Kane for years. Nobody's going to come in and do what they did. No, and I agree with this. A job 2/3 done isn't great either. I agree. But sometimes you've got to look back. Now, don't get me wrong. I still think we're going to get at least 2 more players in before the window ends. But what would Spurs fans rather do? Wait and get the targets De Zerbi wants, even if it means waiting for a bit longer, or go and panic buy and buy a Balogun or something like that. What would you rather? I mean, we've done the panic buying so many times, but I mean, I don't think it will come to that. There is still a lot of rumours about Tottenham still trying to get Harry Kane to the club. Don't know whether there's any truth in it, but I mean, can you imagine? Let's just take a minute. It's the 31st of August. It's Bank Holiday Monday. Life is good. Everyone's off work, and that bomber drops. Harry Kane to Spurs. Here we go. Can you imagine the carnage? I might even go live and stay live for a week. I might even do that. Just going to say, can you just even imagine what that would be like? But the thing is, on the other side, on the flip side of this, we can't do it all in one window. But we have had a long time to get forwards in, and we haven't managed to do it. And I do wonder whether they've made the mistake of putting all their eggs in one basket, and saying we want Savinho, we want Gakpo, or whoever it may be, like Krupi, for instance. Then Krupi gets injured, and they're like scratching their asses, going, "Shit, what do we do now?" I mean, there is still talk of Tottenham coming in with a potential bid for Krupi, even though he's injured, which I kind of see the value in that as well, because this guy, A, you might be able to get him a little tiddly bit cheaper, and B, if he has an absolute worldie of a season when he does come back to fitness, he ain't never going to be that sort of price again. I mean, Jimbo, what would you feel like if it comes out before, like, this week or whatever, that Tottenham have made an 85 million bid for Krupi despite him being injured? What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, it depends how long he's out for. That's all right, but they still need to get someone in, or I mean, if they would have to keep Richarlison, wouldn't they, till he was fit?
Yeah.
And as the backup. But look, I know a 2/3 of a job done is not what we want, but we have to remember there's more to it than that. The striker market, it's people are asking top money for these players, and some of them ain't worth it. I've just got faith that they will sort it out, the front line, and it's not going to be, look, even if they buy a really good front, say we got Gakpo, Savinho, and a striker. Let's just say Nicholas Jackson, right? Because we know we can probably get him. It's still a fantastic summer, but the job's still not done, right? Because you need to keep going over the next 2-3 windows and keep them quality players coming in. So you're not, when you're back in Europe, which I'm sure we're going to get back in Europe, with the cup games, we can really push for them. You still got good players there that you can bring on when you do substitutions. So you're doing practically like for like. I mean, look, when I look at Arsenal and I look at City, when they make a sub, right? Sometimes I go,
their depth is unreal.
Well, sometimes I go, shit, they're bringing on Eze, or they're bringing on De Bruyne now. I know he's not there now, but that's how I was looking at them teams, and thinking, how come we're not doing that? How come we haven't got that? We're taking off, say, Madison and bringing on Sarr. And it's like, they're worlds apart, Kate.
Yeah.
And it's worlds apart what Arsenal, City, Liverpool, what Man United was doing there. to what we're doing. Now we got to build up to that. It's not going to happen in this window. I just think to myself, the players they've brought in, when you look at what's on the bench now, it's much better than what it was. But they've got to keep that going to finish the job. You can't stop
Yeah,
there and think, well, in the winter window or next summer window, well, we spent that much that summer, so we're not going to top up. They need to keep topping up and weeding out the players that ain't going to cut it at Spurs, and it's going
yeah.
to take time. So even if we get the front line, and it's still not for me, the job's not finished. You've got to carry it on.
So everyone's saying that on the X, it's saying the deal's done. Can you tell me who's saying it? Is it a decent source? I mean, someone's saying 85 million, some are saying 70 million, but no one's actually saying that it's actually done. Maresca's agreed to let Savinho go. Do you know what? I really like Maresca, but God, it is going to be. It's so sad that Pep's not in the Premier League. Not because obviously Pep's brilliant and it's less scary without him being there, but what a character to lose from the Premier League. I can't help it. I'm a bit gutted, but I do really like Maresca, if I'm honest. I think the same. I think Savio will be with us by Wednesday. I really, really do. I'm sorry I'm going through the chat quick, but I'm so far behind. I appreciate so much how much we've grown in the last few weeks. I mean, we hit 3,500 subs yesterday, which is massive because we wanted to get to 3,000 by the start of the season. But I keep forgetting that the chat is obviously going to be busier. So I think I can just answer every single comment and just chat to people when really I end up like half hour behind. So I do apologise. And I will do my best to get better at this. But big
Yeah, I
up
mean, I
Scott.
like it. I like the way we do our channel where we interact with the chat because the chat kind of takes the lead where the show's going to go, which I like. So
Yeah, but
people
I
in the
can't
chat,
read every single comment
I
out.
know that, I
Otherwise,
know that, I know that.
do you think Mickey van der Ven is injured?
No,
I don't either. I think they're being very, very
yeah,
cautiously protective of him, and I don't think he'll start for Brentford. Might get some minutes, but I think you'll see him our first home game. I think you'll see him. Maybe probably not Carabao Cup, although I don't know. I'm on Chris Cowlings after that, which is Wednesday week. After the Charlton game. Big up Cole for the super chat. Do you guys want to bet if Arsenal win in the North London derby, you have to wear an Arsenal shirt?
yeah.
I would never wear an Arsenal shirt for nothing. Jim, you want to answer that?
No,
And
no,
if Spurs,
Carl, I wouldn't. I wouldn't wear an Arsenal shirt if someone paid me. I can't wear. It wouldn't. It wouldn't go on my body. I would go to put it over my head and throw it in the fire.
I think it'd
Uh,
burn my skin.
yeah, I couldn't.
I mean,
You know.
I had a bet on the channel and on the terrace actually that if Ange won the Europa League, I'd get an Ange tattoo, and I did. And it says at the top, "It's who we are, mate," and I got it for Ange, and that's fine. But there is nothing that would make me wear an Arsenal shirt unless it would save my family, like Jim or William's life, or maybe a close
And
friend.
even then, I'd say, let me die. To see you in an Arsenal shirt.
Um, it's just not a bet I would ever do. No, it isn't. When I see people do it and they film it and it goes out on social media, I think you've literally got no shame. Just never, ever, 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 ever going to happen. Tinfoil transmission. Nikos is here. Kane, where is he though? Where is he? There's no Kane party yet. He ain't arrived. What's going on? I know he hasn't signed a deal yet. This is why all the while he hasn't signed a deal, there's that tiny bit of hope. I'd rather anyone, says Norman, than Richie and Solanke. I know they aren't good enough. A Balogun may be better, maybe not, but I'd rather see something new and hope. I agree. I'd rather get someone else, but I don't want like an Ollie Watkins, for instance. Me and Jimbo are both of the same agreement with him, but I think maybe a Balogun. I don't know. I mean,
He's a massive
Mateta,
Spurs fan, Watkins. So I don't think he'd come
Arsenal fan, you mean?
here. I mean, Arsenal fan. What did I say?
Spurs fan.
An Arsenal fan. Sorry. So I don't think he would come here anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, I think Savio gets announced over the next 48 hours or so. Oh, hello, flip flop. We've got a flip flop. He says, unfortunately, Kane probably joins Barcelona, but there is a chance. Nikos, you're officially a flip flop. We haven't done that little tune for ages, but you are officially now a flip flop because you've been telling me all summer that Kane is 100% coming, and now it's he probably won't be coming. So yeah, big up Eric, the Tottenham fan, says Carl is trying to get everyone over on his side, but it ain't working so far. What's that, Jim?
He hasn't signed for Bayern yet, so there's still a chance.
There is a chance. If they buy Jackson, I'll be fuming. Interesting, Jimbo. What's your thoughts on Nicholas Jackson? Because all of a sudden, his name's being mentioned again.
Yeah, it wouldn't be my choice, but everybody says. Look, I only really seen Nicholas Jackson play when he played for us, right? And we can't really count when he played against us. Can't really count that because we had 9 men on the pitch, and I think he scored 3 goals. Did he score a hat trick?
Yeah.
So I've not really watched a lot of Jackson, but I hear so many people say I do know that he didn't bang many goals in a Bayern, but he didn't get a lot of game time. I think he scored 8 goals and 1 assist or 2 assists. I did look it up, but he didn't get loads of game time, obviously because Kane's there. But I see so many people say that he would fit in to the Zerbi system. Fantastic that he's a De Zerbi type player. So, and I can't comment if he is or he isn't. Not seen enough of him, Kate.
Evening, Totspur. Well, look, his movement's excellent. He's constantly running into channels, dropping off, stretching defences. His pressing's really good. De Zerbi will like the fact that he initiates the press and is aggressive with the press. He's very quick, so he's got the pace. He's better technically than he's sometimes given credit for. His ability to receive, turn and combine has improved, although he's not at the level of a striker like Harry Kane, obviously. And he's capable of occupying centre-backs and running beyond them. However, he can get himself into excellent positions, but his composure and consistency in front of goal can be frustrating. For a Spurs side trying to move forward from survival battles towards the top 4, I'm not sure I'd want Jackson to be the only major striker signing. That's what this article's saying. He's more of a De Zerbi striker than a traditional target man. And if De Zerbi can improve his decision-making and finishing, Jackson has the physical and technical tools to become a dangerous Premier League forward. Compared with Solanke, I'd say Jackson is potentially the more natural De Zerbi fit, while Solanke is currently a more reliable number 9. The Premier League's tactical analysis of De Zerbi's early Spurs work specifically highlighted Solanke's role in leading the press. So what they're saying is it'd take a lot of work to get him up to where he needs to be. Well, you could sit here and say if Solanke gets fit and De Zerbi works, he could be a really good player. So no, I don't want Jackson either. After reading that, I don't want him either, if I'm honest. Big up, I'm Colin in the Cops, YouTube member. Hope you're well. Do you know what? I know City have lost Rodri. It's they're going to miss him so much.
They're going to replace him.
You can't replace Rodri.
No, you can't replace him, but they will get somebody in. You can't replace him. Maybe Ballon d'Or winner. We all know how he can play. But
it's like when they lost Mahrez, there was no real hoo-ha about it, but God, they missed him the following season. But now, I've seen City fans absolutely distraught that they're losing Rodri. And to be fair, although he is older, he had a sensational World Cup. He really did turn back the years. Exactly. And he's such a commanding player. I mean, he was I think the best player in the world for a couple of years. He was my favourite player in the Premier League for a good few years. Just an absolutely perfect perfect player, and they are going to miss him so much. But
that's the case. That's football. Players
yeah,
come and go. I was gutted Kane went. I really was, but I didn't harp on it and scream and shout about it. It's just what happens in football over the years. I've seen so many good players come and go, and it's a part of moving forward in whatever direction you're going. You lose good players sometimes. It's just life.
DJ Green Alert says if we go into the season without any more signings, will Mikey Moore find a place on the pitch? He impressed me the other day. His link-up play with Tell, albeit against Hoffenheim, I thought was really impressive. And I'm someone who never has seen anything really in Mikey Moore to make me think he could do it. I actually would rather not loan him. I'd rather keep him around De Zerbi and let him improve him. But I mean, Jimbo, what's your thoughts on Mikey Moore?
Well, if he's gonna keep him around, right, he's got to get some sort of game time. I'm not saying give him bundles, but he's got to give him some game time. He just maybe at the end of Premier League games, if we're winning quite comfortable, in cup games, you can't keep him and just let him train with the team. It's good for him to be around the team and train with them, but he has to give him some game time. Otherwise, it's not fair on him. So if he's not going to do that, then I think you should let him have another loan.
Yeah.
And if we don't change the front line, I think he'll get game time through injuries, probably.
Yeah. Big up Phil Coy. He's not seen you for a while. Hope you're well, lovely. Says a lot of these players that haven't featured will be in the squad for Brentford. I'm not overly worried about them not playing pre-season. They have been in training with De Zerbi. Yeah, and we know that De Zerbi would rather err on the side of caution than risk playing players that aren't fully fit. So I think De Zerbi knows how important Van de Ven is to him and his plans and his team. And the likes of Porro, yeah, and he's going to treat him with kid gloves. So,
I mean, look, he had a tough season last season, Van de Ven, and he had a World Cup. They got quite far in the World Cup, didn't they?
yeah.
So maybe he just needed a bit of rest, and he's give it to him. He was. I've seen him training, so let's just hope that's all it is.
Spurs 6659 says Balogun, Mateta or Vardy on a free. Vardy's not worth it because you'd have to bring his walking frame with him as well. Someone actually said, a reporter said to keep an eye on Mateta today, I heard. There's short-term options. Sometimes I think maybe you have to go for a short-term option until the one you want is available. But like I say, I think we've got things under control. I know people will say I'm naive and stupid, and that's fine. Maybe I am. But I just don't think the club will have spent this much money improving the defence and the midfield to just not have plans in place for the attack. I just don't. We have to get the 9 right. Balogun, Garassi, Watkins, Jackson, they're not it. Yeah, that's what I mean. But if you need a stopgap, someone like a Mateta is good for a stopgap. Like Daniel Munoz, if we got him in to replace Spence, he's 30. He'd be good for a couple of years, and then we upgrade to or bring in a younger one next year, let him learn with him, and then upgrade. I
think as well, Kate, we have to take in consideration that the price of players now is through the roof, right?
Yeah.
So you need sooner or later Tottenham are going to have to start buying some players outside the Premier League. And look, every player that comes to the Premier League is not Premier League proven, right?
Mm.
And that goes for all the foreign players that come into the Premier League. They weren't Premier League proven at one time. So it doesn't mean you're going to go and buy a player and he's going to perform bad in the Premier League. So you can't keep paying these ridiculous monies that clubs are asking. And we have to kind of think of that. We're going to have to get some stopgaps, and I think right back's going to be one of them. But for me, he's a great player, so I'm not worried about him. And it might be we have to do that with a number 9 to start with. As much as I want Osserman, I don't think he's going to be him.
Brian said, obviously a Chelsea fan, says Jackson improved when he went to Bayern, learning from Kane. So how much money would you pay? I wouldn't. I don't want him. I don't want him. But the fee that's been touted around is about 55, between 55 and 65 mil, and I don't want him.
What's that, pounds or euros?
Pounds.
Bloody hell, it's a lot, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. And the thing is, the number 9 is it's everybody wants a good number 9, so they're priced out, aren't they? They're going to be, even if they're not top of the tree, they're still expensive. I mean, I'm open about Jackson because I don't know enough about him. That guy there, what was his name? He just told me more than I knew. Yeah, that he's improved at Bayern.
Yeah. I find it weird as well, this whole Man City of like pulling the strings with Savinho, and they've got these bloody charges hanging over their head. It really gives me the hump. I've got to be honest. It does give me the right hump. The right hump. They're going to get punished. Punish the buggers. Should we be worried Everton bid for Richie? They wouldn't bid unless he told them he'd like to join. No, and as Jim said, they won't let him go unless they've got someone coming in. So maybe if we suddenly see Richarlison's going, maybe that's exciting because we know we've got a striker lined up. And
there's not a chance in hell they let Richie go unless they've got someone coming in.
Yeah. Big up Lady Webb for the super chat. Says, who do we think starts on Saturday? The team who played this Saturday, with what changes? I think that's probably the starting 11. Possibly you might see Bergvall change for Fernandes. So you've got Fernandes, Tonali and Gallagher. Kinski in goal. And then at the back, Porro. No, you won't see Porro. Sorry, ignore that. Then at the back...
It'll have to be Archie Gray unless they get someone in.
Archie Gray, Van Heck, Senesi, Robbo. And then at the front, Tell, Richarlison, and who played on the other side? Mikey Moore. I think you pretty much see that. The only thing I think you'll see is you might see Bergvall go out and Fernandes come in, which is what I want to see. Because I want to see Fernandes and Tonali play together. Like, I'm crying out to see that. But yeah, that's
well, we might have a couple of players in by then that have had a pre-season, like Savinho's had a pre-season.
But he needs a work permit.
Well, I'm sure that won't take long, Kate.
I mean, do you think, supposing we don't bring anyone in this week that's eligible to play, do you think he goes with exactly the same team, or do you see him bringing in like a Fernandes instead of a Bergvall?
No, Fernandes are coming, I'm sure.
There's rumours again today that Newcastle and... was it Forest or Villa or both are interested in Bergvall again. So I think the club are open to letting him go. So I think Fernandes might come in for Bergvall. Big up Neil Shafton. Says it's calculated risk with Moore. He needs to play as much as he can. Would he get that commitment with Spurs? Can make with Kudus and Kulu and other factors to... Yeah, is it better for Moore in Cologne? Well, it depends what he wants. Doesn't it? I mean, if I was a young player, as much as I'd want to play football, I'd kind of want to be round De Zerbi and learn and show what I can do. And like I say, that little 1-2 between Tell and Mikey Moore was pretty nice to see. I mean, Tell, I know there's still people that are slating him, but that guy in pre-season for me has been absolutely levels above a lot of what our players, not some, but a lot of our players. And I think he's improved massively the way that little tricky footwork he did for the assist in the third goal, I think it was. He's been roasting people. I mean, I think this whole agenda against Tell is a bit harsh, Jimbo. He's only a young lad, right?
And you got to remember when he came in, we weren't doing fantastic, was we? Be fair to him. And he wasn't. He was kind of a bit. I think he was neglected a bit as a player by the managers. So he's come in with De Zerbi. De Zerbi obviously likes him, and he's given him a bit of confidence, and he's playing better. I think he could be a really important player for us in the future, Kate. You know, going forward from now. But, I've always said to you that he needs the right manager, and I think De Zerbi is that guy. I mean, I've seen players say that they went like a week without Frank even talking to them.
Yeah,
What's that all about? Your manager not talking to you,
yeah.
And I didn't see. I watched all the training sessions um, with Frank, nearly all of them, and I never saw Frank taking a training session. He was just standing on the sideline watching. You see De Zerbi, he's in there playing. I mean, I watched an interview with a footballer that played under De Zerbi the other day on, I think it was Talksport, and he said that, no, was it?
Solly
I can't remember.
Marsh. Solly
No,
Marsh.
no, a different one. He
Oh,
said that they were messing up in training. De Zerbi took his trousers off, right, his tracksuit bottoms, and his shorts on, and got stuck in with them. I mean, he said this guy is unbelievable, and he said, and if you think that he doesn't shout at players, he said if they're not doing what he's told them to do, they're going to get it. He said he's completely different gravy. He said he loved him. He said he learned so much from him.
yeah. Yeah, he's definitely different gravy. That's not a bad shout either. I mean, I'm not a massive Gallagher fan. I'm just thinking he can be more of a sort of a DM maybe. But he said maybe swap out Gallagher for Fernandez and push Bergvall further forward. Could do that. But Gallagher, he seems to want Gallagher to play in the 10, doesn't he? Which I don't like, but needs must, I guess. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what he does. Big up Too Damn Soulful. Says, I'm uneasy about a so-called A-team or lack of it. Brentford putting Frankfurt away 7-0 the other day doesn't help. Yeah, but a lot can change in a week. Yeah, a lot can change in a week. God knows when we're getting Savinho. Pete Laskin. Tell has been our best player in pre-season. I agree. And he got
You
triple
got to
marks
remember.
as well.
You got to remember as well, players like Gallagher and Danso, you're going to need players like Kay. I've said this before. You're going to need players like in your team in certain games, and they have their role to play when they're called upon. So you need some hard players in there, ones that are going to get stuck in and break it up, and you know they will have a role to play. You can't just have all technical players in there. It's not gonna work in some games.
Yeah, he is definitely passionate, De Zerbi, and he's got a lovely pair of legs. Got to say it again. Big up Rob Plan. Good to
Or
see you.
taking his trousers off.
Yeah,
He said he ripped his tracksuit bottoms off and got stuck in with them and started having a go at them. And he said that he is a really nice guy, but he will if they're not doing what he wants, he will tell them. He said you've got no worry about that.
to be fair, I'd quite happily allow De Zerbi to take his trousers off and get right stuck in if he wanted to. If I was a single lady, of course. Tell has heaps of potential with real coaching that's coming out, but it doesn't negate the fact for 2 years he was poor and unfit for purpose. I just don't think he's been coached properly before now.
Yeah,
If
and
I'm
you've got
honest,
to remember he's a young guy, right? He's a young guy, and he's if he gets stuck in a team that's doing terrible, right? The expectations because he's come from Bayern is high, and it's a lot of pressure on a young player. And if you're not getting coached properly, with players around you that are not doing fantastic, it's a hard situation. There's a lot to take in. Can you imagine if you'd have stuck Harry Kane in our team last year? Right, we still wouldn't have been doing much better. Well, I don't think we'd have been in a relegation battle, but we'd have still been in the bottom half. So many of our players were poor last season.
yeah. Big up to you, Spurs GCTV, Graham, YouTube member, all right, my lovelies, and also big up Ronnie. Yeah, this is the question: who's going to be the number 10? All our creative number 10s are injured. I prefer.
Madden's not injured.
Oh yeah, Madison, but is he going to get 90 minutes?
Well, maybe
I mean,
not, but maybe he'll start him, and then
yeah, maybe, and then maybe
second
put
half,
Gallagher in the 10. Move Gallagher
second
into the
half,
10. Yeah.
take him off and put Gallagher on.
I was forgetting Madders there. Nick says, I want to play I want to play Sarboy in the 10 till Xavi and Madders fully fit, then get him a good move in Jan. I think there will be teams in need ready to pay for him then. I don't really want to see Sarr in the team, but listen, our number 10, as like I say, I would absolutely love for a Morgan Gibbs-White type. It's not going to be this season Morgan Gibbs-White comes in, but a top 10. But with so much else that's needed within the squad, the 10 wasn't the most important because, like someone said, if you bring in a 10 and then you suddenly get Xavi back fit, Madison's fit, Kulu's fit, all these players, then what do you do? It's all right having strength in depth, but at the same time, you don't want to overload in positions. But I think De Zerbi will be working hard with Gallagher, trying to get him used to playing in that 10 spot. DJ Greenler says, oh, Kate, I haven't been here for ages. Last time I was here, though, you were talking about Geezer's legs. Can't help myself. He has got a lovely pair of legs. I just appreciate nice legs.
It was probably Grealish's legs last time.
Yeah. He didn't call the manager after the game, Neil Shafton. He called Van Heck and told him to F off because Van Heck said to him that he wanted him to sign him now, and he told him to F off and said, you were trying to relegate us. I think that's what happened. Am I right, Jimbo?
Yeah, it was all...
It was a jokey thing because he said Van Heck's like his son, didn't he? And he told him to fuck off after the game. I think if De Zerbi's feeling spicy, he plays Williams Barnett. I know I'd have him on the bench as a sub for the 10. Yeah, he's been so impressive pre-season. Absolutely brilliant. Definitely put his name out there for sure.
I was watching Billy T the other day talk about him, and he's convinced he's going to be an absolute superstar.
Yeah, I think he's got it in him. Yeah, and I agree. De Zerbi's the coach we've needed for a long, long time. Tell is a baby, still got a bright future, and I'd like to see him up front. He's not a winger. I'd rather play him up front than Richie and Solanke. I'd like to see him in a pairing up front, but De Zerbi doesn't really do that. So I'm thinking maybe if he plays him on the wing, he'd drift more into the middle. I mean, Robbo as well. Some of the crosses Robbo done on Saturday were rat-a-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Well, we got him for nothing, Kate. I mean, it's. I mean, what can you say? Why wouldn't you want him at your club? For one or two seasons.
Yeah. Tell needs to impress at the Premier League level. That is a test for all these youngsters. Luca Williams Barnett looks to have that swagger, and I think he makes it. Yeah, I think he's definitely got something about him. I'm really, really excited to see what happens with him. Steve Edinburgh Spurs says, hi, Kate and Jimbo. Looking forward to Saturday at last to seeing a midfield that can dictate the play. I know. Apparently, our first 5 games are at 5:30 on Saturday. I don't know if that's true. I just saw it on X. That our first 5 games are all 5:30.
Well, that's not a bad thing. They get used to the time, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I can't find it. But it's a pain in the arse if we wanted to go. We can't go to them games.
Well, there's going to be a lot of games this season.
Oh, I know, but it just makes me cross. I might write a letter.
Good luck with that.
I can't remember what I was going to say now. That's thrown me, making myself laugh. How are any of these players going to improve when we keep changing managers, coaches, tactics, philosophies? Consistency is something no one's had since Poch. Yeah. That is why I think me and Jim are both praying that De Zerbi doesn't do the normal thing of sort of only staying for a couple of years, that he actually sees this project out. Because I think we can do really special things with this guy. And Lee, yes, I do have an obsession with De Zerbi's legs and Morgan Gibbs-White and stalking his wife.
She does have a good pair of legs.
I do. And arms. I've got to think about arms as well. Would you have Roberto De Zerbi start as our 10? He can start anywhere he likes. Love Gibbs-White, but I also love Hiri Sudakov. Hasn't he just signed a new deal? Am I wrong there if I'm getting him mixed up with someone else? Let me know if I've got that right, because I'll be impressed with myself if I have. The best option if they feel a need to get a 10 would be a loan option, maybe Arda Güler from Madrid if he's still available for loan. Krupi expected back late October. Definitely go for him now. Yeah, did you answer my question, Jim, when I said what would you think if we actually put in a bid for Krupi?
No, I mean, look, I wouldn't mind because he's not going to be. It's not a terrible injury, is it? I don't think. He's out for a few months, but I
Yeah,
don't
his
think they
ankle.
will, Kate. I just don't. I can't see Tottenham buying an injured player, and I can't see Bournemouth letting him go. I just can't see it why he's injured. So I think that'd be a non-starter.
I think.
It's go
Go
on.
on.
Go on. No, I
No, I
just
was going
think
to.
I think it's difficult for the medical, Kate. I think it's really difficult if you've got an injured player um, for them to do the medical with him.
Yeah, I was going to say this is me. We do make me laugh if we talk at the same time. I think Bournemouth would let him go if we offered him enough money. They would, because they're no doubt going to be looking. Maybe we could do a swap deal, like chuck in Solanke or something, and say we'll have one injured player, you can have one that's injured,
But
and we give.
they take half the team then.
You know, he used to play for Bournemouth. Maybe I don't know, but I'm still not convinced on the price they're asking for Krupi. It seems very excessive for someone that young, but I trust Deserbi. Big up Graham says, love you on Sean's show. Big up to you. Happy birthday, Reese, man. 53
Happy
years
birthday.
young. Happy birthday and 100 more. Why all the Sar hate, Kate? He pretty much won us that trophy. Johnson was trying his best to get in the way of Pepe's screamer. I think he's just not what I thought he'd be. I really had high hopes for him, and yeah, I just don't think he's good enough, Nick. I know I'm mean, but Nick, I'm going to message you after this. Jim, don't let me forget. Say to me, message Nick when we finish.
Well, I'm not sure he's going to
Oh,
want you to. You keep putting down one of his favourite
bollocks to him then.
players.
I won't then. I want to get you onto one of our Talking Tottenham shows.
Well, why do you think when you talk about Sarr, I keep my mouth shut? Because I know Nick really likes him.
I don't dislike him. I just don't think he's good enough for where we want to be. I think he's better as an inside forward on the left. He's good at crossing and dribbling, and goals will come in time, I think. What's Danny Kiriakou sent me here? Harry Kane on new contract talks with Bayern. I only have 1 year left on my contract, so now is the time to talk about it. We'll discuss it next week or the week after. That's not very good news, is it?
I thought he was a guest on the show then.
That's not very good news. That's just burst my bubble. I was feeling just a little twang. I got myself a little bit excited, and just like that, it's just
Wait,
broken.
what did he say? He's going to sign it?
Well, it said both parties are very relaxed about him.
Huh.
So yeah, I don't think it's happening. If would Liverpool have played Gakpo if the move was still on? Don't know. We had this discussion, didn't we?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm not sure.
And he got a goal, and he got an assist.
That tells me that it's not 100% on for him to
No.
come. Because if it was, they wouldn't chance him. So that's telling me it's still in the balance. Like Savinho, and they took him out. He took him out of training, took him out of playing. Right? They said he's got a knock. No, he was flying. So that tells me that Savinho's coming.
Big up to you, Gary, and also Tottenham heirs for the jewels. Thank you very much. Very generous, very much appreciated. They had to play Gakpo, their short on attackers, which is why they want Mbaye and Barcola. And to be fair, both of those were left out by PSG. I really like that Ibrahim Mbaye. He's only 18, but I think he's going to be an absolute baller. But we'll see. But yeah, this is true. No European football means Saturday's games most of the season. That is true.
We can still go to some of them, Gate. There's no reason why we can't.
What, an evening game? Well, yeah, but we couldn't like if we went to an evening game, I'd want us to probably stay somewhere near the ground. I wouldn't want to come back
Yeah, we'll stay at
in
your
the evening.
sister's.
I know, but it's be dark and scary. I don't like it. I don't like it
Oh,
because
look,
if I drive, I don't like driving in the dark. And if I get on trains in the dark, then I'm going to be scared that there's crazy people on them.
I'll be with you.
Yeah, you're one of the crazy people I'm scared of. I don't know.
All
I'd
right,
rather go to a 3 o'clocker and then we can meet up with people, have breakfast first, and make more of a day of it. Do you know what I mean?
all right.
So we go to a 3 o'clock game.
Whatever keeps you happy.
Thank you, darling. Fed up of loaning crap and wasting money. We should be buying players only and never loan anyone again. I just think we need to widen our market and look for more players outside of the Premier League because it seems like we're just restricting our search. Bloody hell. Right, AU vodka, Jimbo. You know that is like my peak vodka for me. I love all the flavours. You like it. Our son likes it. My niece and nephew, my sister and brother-in-law, they've just sold their brand for 500 million to them little buzz balls. You remember them buzz balls that Amelia drinks? Them little round.
Yeah.
They just sold the company for 500 million. I hope they don't change the vodka because it is, sensational. But apparently,
Oh, they're talking about Tottenham. You talking?
no, hang on. Apparently, I think they're looking at putting money into Chelsea or something. That's where the link was. I'm not going to say exactly because I haven't read the article, but happy birthday to Mrs. Shafton, who is 59 today. Happy birthday to you. I hope she has a lovely day. Big one next year, Neil. Sorry, I hope you're going to take her somewhere nice. I was saying for my 50th in a couple of years, I'd like to go to Las Vegas. I would. That'd be my dream 50th birthday. Go and see
What's
a couple of
what's
good
your dream
shows.
50th birthday?
Go to Vegas,
Right.
see a couple of see some shows, do some shopping, have a look around the hotels, come back 5 days or something in Vegas. Be lovely. Either that or go to the very north of the UK and see wild killer whales in their natural habitat. I'm easy pleased. Vegas or the north of Scotland. Easily pleased.
What about Skeg Vegas?
No, thanks. I'll pass. Williams Barnett in the 10 with Tell up front is not a bad shout. Yeah. Yeah, when they were calling Torre, that was a little bit cringe, I'm not going to lie. But no, he definitely has not kicked on. I have another question. If we don't get Gakpo, do we still want Savio as they complement each other? Yes. Absolutely we do. In my opinion. Tim, if we don't get Savio, do we still want if we don't get Gakpo, do we still want Savinho?
Sorry, they're just talking about Tottenham on Sky Sports. Yeah, of course we do. Of course we do. We want Gakpo and Savinho, definitely, and another striker. So yeah, get them both done and get a striker in. If we don't get Gakpo. If we don't get Gakpo, sorry. Yeah, of course we still get Savinho. Yeah.
No, do we still want him as they complement one another? But we do, yeah. But what we would need, if we don't get Gakpo, we need a big centre forward, like a tall, imposing centre forward, because Savinho and Tell are both quite small and lightweight. And until Kudus comes back, I think we need someone with a bit of oomph.
I was laughing at what Greenlight said a minute ago. That's why we have headlights on a car, Kate. So you can drive.
I don't like driving in the dark. It scares me. Archibald Gray. My cat is called Archibald as well. Archibald Bear is his name. Barcola will join the Scousers and Gakpo will happen. Yeah, I think so as well. Big up, Dave H. Hope you're well. YouTube member. Paul Bean, big up to you. Good to see you. Hope you're well. James Flowers, right. These kids need to play week in, week out at that age. How long does it take you to get down here from where you guys live? To get to actually the ground, probably 3.5 hours.
Yeah, 3.5, 4 hours takes.
Depends on traffic. But my sister lives in southeast London, so if we stay there, from there to Tottenham is about an hour and 15 minutes, I think, on the train. But I don't.
It took us sometimes it took us 5 hours to get to your sisters if the traffic's bad.
6.5 was the longest.
Yeah.
But my anxiety can flare up, and it really flared up bad when we went to the football, and I couldn't get on the train. I was literally hysterical. So the lovely Nick, otherwise known as Barrison Royale, drove us to Liverpool Street so that I could just have to get one overground train straight home. Bless him. So yeah, that's why I'm nervous about driving, but I'm also nervous about public transport. So I definitely don't drive in the dark. Too scary. Big up Fiona with the 1,000 joules. Thank you very much. Neil Shafter says, Ronnie, if you're unhappy, that door over there is always open for you to walk out. Seems you're here to cause disruption. Ronnie, what's Ronnie done? Ronnie's normally pretty good. Ronnie, you being a naughty boysies? I can't even go back. There's so many comments, but Ronnie never normally causes trouble. Vegas is inky. What does inky mean? Or does it mean icky? I've never been. It's just, I want to go and pretend that I'm like a millionaire and go to a penthouse suite and not actually stay in it because I can't afford it, but just go and look around one and look over Vegas. If they don't get Cola, maybe they will get his brother Coca-Cola. I disagree. They are more likely to end up like Javi with all his injuries and play too much at that level. Big up to you, Vice City. Tell the club to buy. Yeah, I know. Big up to you. Hope you're well. Is Savio actually here then? Go North Scotland, Shetland, or Lindisfarne? It's not that I want to go there to look other than to see killer whales. But I want to go to. I've been to Scotland. I just want to go and see killer whales somewhere. Hello, JK. Who says, "Hey, Kate and Jimbo, you are a wonderful couple. Thank you." Any bombers? I think there'll be a bomber soon. I'm going for within 48 hours. Savinho is in the door or having a medical. Jimbo, what's your prediction for a bomber?
Yeah, I think Savinho will be in the next few days, and I think that once Savinho's in, I think Gakpo will be in soon after.
Yeah. Big up Roddy Roberts, YouTube member and legend. Hope you're well. Big up to you, Graham says, I got married in Vegas. It's got so expensive. All the charges have gone through the roof. Wow. I thought it was quite nice, but
charging tourists out of the market.
Vegas is 4 hours drive and smells like a big party with as much weed that is smoked there. You get stoned. That sounds even better. Going casino to casino. I only want to go for the shops and the shows. I don't want to go for anything else. Maybe I'll change my mind and pick somewhere else. Versailles. Let's go Versailles. That's very upmarket instead. Perhaps we can have afternoon tea in Versailles in the palace. There we are. What? The gumption. Savinho, I want him anyway. What a stupid question. I love that kid and he's going to be electric for us. I hope so. I'm not convinced. And yeah, now
you will be proven wrong, Katie.
Now that Chelsea have slapped a massive £100 million price tag on Pedro Neto, I can't believe anyone would pay that for him.
No, they obviously don't want to sell him, do they?
Well, they do, but they know if they sell Neto Chelsea know if City buy Neto, we buy Savinho and we strengthen, and Chelsea are probably trying to make that as hard as possible, obviously, like we would in that situation. Arctic Spurs says, Kate should come to Norway if you want to see whales. If you're lucky, you might even get whale for dinner. Don't even say that. It makes me feel sick. But I would love to go to Norway and see only killer whales. They're my favourite animal. But please tell me they don't serve whale, because I'll never, ever, ever set foot in Norway if they do.
Is that where you live, Arctic?
Big up JK Who for the jewels. We're being linked to Nick. Yeah, we covered that right at the start of the show, Dan. I don't think it will happen. Where do you think Sousa will end up? Don't know. Maybe we'll keep him. I've no idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure with
What's
him.
going to happen to him? He hasn't had any game time, has he? Or has
Yeah,
he?
yes.
Has he?
Yeah, he has had game time, yeah.
What, pre-season, I mean?
Yeah, of course he has.
Has he?
Yeah.
That's how much of an impression he made on me.
He played the last game.
Did he?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Yeah, I'm not sure that Adam. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But some of these have got to go get out, haven't they? Big up Brad. Said Tell's got better, I think, because he's put on a bit of muscle. So he's ploughing through now. But his next 6 months of just shooting, training 4 hours a day, and he just might score. I tell you who else. Mikey Moore's really buffed up, I think, as well. Because he was really scrawny and he looks quite solid now. No news, I'm afraid. No definite news. Big up to John, says, takes me 2.5 hours and I come from Ireland. Yeah, but you fly. I don't want Liao, but I know that Shawnee would have took Liao all day long. We will get Gakpo and we will get Savio and we will get a 9. Gary, I'm loving it. And do you think we might get a Spence replacement? Because Sizzy Exclusive said that we are going to get a Spence replacement, which would say to me Daniel Munoz maybe at Palace is the one we'll go for. 20 million, I think they want. Between 15 and 25 million. So it's not a lot, is it?
No, definitely not. No.
South London to the ground can take 35 minutes if you know the right way. Well, Jimbo used to go regular from South London to the ground, and I don't think it's ever took 35 minutes from where we are, Jim. It's Kent, isn't it, really? I say South London, it's Kent.
I never went from South London. South London is
Yeah, we're talking about
Putney,
Kent.
Wandsworth, Fulham. Fulham's West London, really.
Woolwich, South London, Lewisham.
Yeah, I really with Kent, and
Yeah,
I went
Bexley
from Hertford in Hertfordshire. A
Yeah.
lot of the time, and the most I went was when from Kent.
Do you think it's strange? I'm not going to go for much longer because my throat's actually really dry and I'm drinking water like it's going out of fashion. Do you think it's strange we haven't had an official announcement who's captain yet, Jim?
Yeah, it'll probably come this week before the game. It's got to come this week, so it'll probably come on his first interview before the game. I'd imagine he's going to say. So, but I mean, I don't know if it's. Do you think it's true that what's been leaked that it's going to be Madders?
I don't know, and I'm wondering if De Zerbi's looking at the fact of Madders and thinking. See, I personally think if he gives it to Madders, it's because this is his final season with Spurs. That's my view, right? But
You think it's his final season?
Yeah.
Well, how long's he got left on his contract?
I don't know if it's 2 years.
It won't be his last season here.
Why not?
No, it won't. No. And how old is he, Kate?
Contract expires 2028.
Right.
What is he? 29? Is he? James Madders says 30. This is 30 in November. He's not good enough, Jim, to play high-level football. I mean, he's good enough in the skill, but he's not fit enough.
I was going to say he's good enough, but he'll finish his career here, I'm sure. Or, I mean, I can't see him going to Saudi, and I can't see him going to America because he's got quite a big family with his kids. So that would surprise me. I think he'll stay on at Spurs, and then probably do some coaching here as well. I think he's here for a while. Okay, I think he'll see out his contract, and they'll probably give him another year like they did Davis.
Maybe. I looked at that welcome home for Pedro Porro, that hero's welcome he got, and I said to you, that's my captain right there. That is my captain right there. Porro. So I'm hoping that Porro's going to be captain, and maybe even Madders as vice captain is fine. But I want Porro to be captain. I think he's earned it.
You should have put a poll in. Who captain Van der Ven, Madders, or Porro?
Hang
Put a
on.
poll in the chat and let people vote on it. Let's see how it comes out.
You need to learn how to do YouTube, Jim. You know, it's not right.
Why?
You
How
just
about
sit
you?
there. You just sit there. You don't contribute. You just make demands. Put a poll in the chat. Bring up that comment. Do this. Do that.
Well,
It's
I
not on,
mean,
you know.
you don't want us both bringing up the comments, do you? No point.
Why not?
Because it takes it off the rail, doesn't it? One person does it. Start getting leery.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong video. What an absolute doofus.
So
I was thinking, why won't it come up, the option to do a poll? And I was looking at the wrong video. Let's do a poll then. Just a quick one. Start a poll. Who should be captain this season? Right, who did you say, Jim? Madders?
yeah, Madders for me.
No, the options.
It would be Van der Ven, Madders, or Porro. I would think one of them three.
Yeah, I'm going to put other because in case some people might think Robbo. Start poll. Okay, let's have a look. We'll give it 5 minutes and see what people say. Also, Kane hasn't. No, there's just been a statement though that he's quite calm about it, and it's all going to be done within the next couple of weeks. So yeah, I'm in Croydon. You can stay with me. Big up, Cole.
I wouldn't look too much into that, Kate, because he's not going to come out and say, "Well, I haven't decided what I'm doing yet." He's going to come out and say, "I'm relaxed about it," and the club's relaxed about it. He's not going to come out and start putting doubts into people's heads and make people start talking shit, is he? And if he's come out with something else rather than that, people are going to start speculating.
Yeah. I think Nico Williams would be great, but I just don't think we can get him out of Nottingham Forest with Glasgow and Marinakis.
You could use Bergvall. They want him.
They do, but they're different positions, aren't they? Oh, see, Nicholas Nichols said give the armband to Sonali. See, that ain't a bad shout. I just think the fact that he's committed, Porro, pretty much the main part of his career to us, just won the World Cup. I just think he's my captain. But Robbo, yeah, so much experience, won so many, 9 trophies, won everything. And yeah, maybe De Zerbi isn't really that bothered. Gary reckons it'll be Robbo or Tonali. We can buy Krupi in 6 months' time. He should be fit again, be the same price. If we bought him injured, they're not going to lower it just for us. Porro for captain. Orcas, fillet sharks, especially great white for their livers. They do. They rock, Orcas. Moondog coming in with a £2 super chat. We got Moondog. Always good to see you. I hope you and the family are well. Bossy, typical woman. I have to, otherwise, nothing gets done. Get yourself to Pikes Peak in the Rocky Mountains and cowboy country in the USA is ace. Visited my friends in Wyoming before I got injured. I can't wait to get back to the US. Jimbo used to live in Arizona and Florida, didn't you, Jimbo? I've never been to America.
Yeah.
So
I lived there for a few years in each place.
You always say Texas is lovely.
Yeah, I like Texas. I've got friends in Texas. There's a lot of places that's not nice in America. A lot of places.
What about, have you been to Wyoming?
No.
There we go, see? Porro's my captain. His experience, intelligence, importantly, his availability. Madders would use the captain's armband in his hair, probably. Madders as club captain, Van der Ven as team captain. I'd love Robbo or Tonali, but they ain't been here long enough yet. I like the man as captain. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Let's have a look what the poll's doing. Wow. Matters at the minute 16%, 15%, VDV 13%, Poro 56%, other 16%. That's 51 poll votes and 292 watching. So yes, vote in the poll, and big up to everyone watching on X as well. 77 we're watching on X.
I think he'd make a good captain, Kate.
Who?
Porro.
Yeah, I do too. And he's definitely got the passion.
Yeah.
There is no doubt about that. Go to Canada. The fall's really unbelievable. Do you know what? I'd love to go to Canada and see Bobby Kay. I really would. One day we will.
Canada's lovely. Loved it. When
Colorado.
I'll tell you something that I told you this, Kate, didn't I? When I got off the plane, I went in the winter there, and I got off the plane, and I had a 3-piece suit on with a tie, and I had a real proper overcoat, and I walked off the plane, and the cold, and I had long johns on under my suit.
Right? Ooh, sexy.
And I had long johns on under my suit. We was told how cold it was going to be, and the cold just cut straight through me like I was naked. It was so cold. Oh my God, I'd never felt nothing like it.
You liked Colorado, didn't you?
Oh, well? I love Colorado. Love it there. Skiing. Well, but what a beautiful place. It's just a lovely place. Lovely people there as well.
Neil Shafter lives in Chatsworth, California, where all those early westerns were filmed, where the Manson family lived, among other famous factoids. The Lone Ranger was filmed there. The Manson family, aren't they the crazy cult people?
Yeah, the cult, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit scary. What's happened to Chang? Do you know what? I've got to get Chang on for Talking Tottenham. I do speak to him, but we've kind of reformatted the way we do things. We changed the time. We do sometimes afternoons, do sometimes evenings. This sort of time, Chang's in bed. It's the middle of the early night.
They got a new job as well, didn't they?
Yeah, and so this is why we changed. Like, for instance, on the Spurs hub at the minute, they've set up a predictor league. I am going to set one up on there called Kate and Jimbo and give you all the code. And if you want to take part, put your weekly predictions in. And whoever comes first and second or something, we will give you a prize. We're not going to do the Friday predictions like we used to. We're more spontaneous. Maybe when the season starts, we can be a bit more settled with our times. But we didn't want to commit to having guests on every week at a certain time because we can't do it. We've got so much else that's going on and stuff. So, but Chang is fine. I spoke to Chang the other day and he's going to come on a show. Once I know when Mickey Hazard's coming on, I'll sort Chang out and get him on as well. Canada's lovely in the summer. Yeah, I was told the nicest time to go is in the autumn. So maybe we're going the autumn. Let me end that poll. It ended with 19% of people saying they want it to be Madison, 16% saying they want it to be Van der Ven, 14% saying another, and 51% said Pedro Porro, and I am in full agreement with that. Porro for captain. What's all this about? What's all this? Spurs looking more serious about Osherman today, says Cap. Oh, it used to be Cap Fun. Okay, Vice City. Where have you seen that? I'm interested. I've been looking for any links with Osherman, like official links. Can't find anything.
Let me know where you've seen it.
Yeah. Just while we're waiting for him to get back to us, please ignore the writing on the side because we don't sell like this is just the shirt. Forget that bit. What do you think of the new shirt, Jimbo? Third shirt. Are you a fan?
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
Cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
A bit old school, a bit retro, getting the old purple back.
We'll definitely be getting one.
Big up to you, Gary. Yeah, we've got money off as well with our memberships. For the jewels, It was someone on X, yeah, probably some donut. Probably Sean. Sean posting fake news. Shawnee, was it you? Shawnee. Crackers has put possibly some movement with Richarlison, told there's a couple of options for him to consider. That's from Crackers. He's another one I've got to get on the show again. He was great fun. Arsenal have submitted a bid for Osherman. 90 million euros. Shit, don't like that. The player is keen on joining the champions. Oh, I don't like that. That makes me feel sick. All I can find are links to Osherman to Arsenal. There is not one about Osherman to Spurs. Not one. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what you want. We don't want it put out there. All of a sudden, you just see him signing the papers.
It's saying that Osherman could be going to Arsenal and Gyökeres going to
Galatasaray.
Osherman to Arsenal and Gyökeres to Barca, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? I was going to say Gyökeres won't go to Galatasaray.
This is expected deals to complete soon. Cody Gakpo to Tottenham. This is what's just come out. Leao to Galatasaray. I don't know the sources. Someone shared it. Leao to Galatasaray. Barcola to Liverpool. Jesus to Napoli. Rodri to Barcelona. They're the ones that are expected to complete soon. So Savinho's not on there. Arsenal have been told they need to offer over £60 million for Osherman. They've offered 90 million euros. Tottenham want him. Someone's put Osherman's biggest transfer dilemma. He is being linked with Arsenal and Tottenham, while reports say the Nigerian has always had a soft spot for Chelsea. Arsenal want him. Tottenham want him. Osherman has reportedly dreamt of playing for Chelsea. Al Hilal are offering him £110 million. So forget the money for a second. If you were Osherman, which club do you choose? Well, we know what we choose.
Yeah. Not a better club in the world than Spurs, as far as I'm concerned.
Out of them clubs, I see him going to Al Hilal because they're going to be paying those.
Yeah, they're paying a fortune, wouldn't they?
Yeah. There's a problem with all three. Fitness matters. Porro can't speak English properly. VDV flustered. He does speak English properly. He speaks English better than Jim. Let's be fair. Brian, he hopefully can be on the show next week. He's been on a few times before as well. I don't know if you've seen, but he always speaks very fondly. Even though he never wanted to leave Spurs, he always says that the people at Chelsea, the fans and everyone were always so great to him. So just got back from Norway and they eat whale. No, I'm never going there. Never, ever, ever going there. Don't want mercenaries. Yeah, Alvarez would be nice. AU Vodka is the ball boy that Hazard kicked all those years ago. Oh, I knew there was a Chelsea link. Wow. Wow. Listen, thank you to everyone. I'm going to end it in a minute. I keep saying it. Just going to do this final question. If the window closed last night, where are we finishing?
If the window closed last night?
Yeah. Well, or tonight, like now, right this very second. Ding, the window's closed. Where do we finish?
So we've got the team we've got now.
Mm-hmm.
Have I got to give?
It's not a difficult question.
It is a difficult question, darling. It is a difficult question because I want to think about it for a second. You answer it. For me, it's a difficult question.
If the team finished right now with the players that we've got at the moment and the injuries that we've got, I'm going to go 10th.
I'll get on your bike, darling.
Come on then. Where are you going? 3rd?
No, 5th or 6th.
Okay. You are allowed to, I just personally think we're too short up front. we've got too many bloody people injured, like Xavi, and everything else. I think 10th is realistic.
Look.
Cole,
Let's get on this.
Cole, don't make me ban you. Don't make me ban you. 17th. Go on, Jim.
Let's get on this injury thing, right? None of us really know how far Kulu is from coming back, how far Kudus is from coming back. Madrid is back, we know that. So everyone keeps saying about the injuries. None of us know because they haven't given us any clue. You know, we could start the season and they're near enough ready. Within a month, we got them all back, apart from obviously Xavi and Odebert. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed with this that they haven't let a lot out about the Kudus and Kulu. I mean, we saw them the other day. We was watching them, Kate, training, running, kicking the ball, you know, doing the knees up on the machines with their legs. We was watching them, right?
Yeah, we was.
And so we don't know how far they are from, but they could be close to coming back.
So what's your answer?
I said to you, fifth.
Fifth. You are ridiculous.
Well, am I not allowed to say my prediction? I didn't say first, did I? I was so close to saying first, but I thought, no, I'm not going to make myself look that stupid. But,
oh no, I'll just say fifth.
Well, fifth's all right. What's wrong with that? Why shouldn't we finish fifth?
Because no one that scores goals.
Well, look, if he gets better service, Richie, he'll score goals.
Yeah, and if I had bigger boobs, I might be a page 3 model.
But you could be, darling. You're that sexy. But listen, bollocks to you and your 10th. I'm not having it. It could be a divorce in the next week. You keep going 10th. We ain't going to finish 10th. We're going to be higher than 10th.
All right, I reckon 11th. Big up to RDZ.
You talk some pony sometimes, I tell you.
Big up to RDZ for the 5 gifted memberships that went to Pixel Brava, Chris Yid, Darren Like My Father Before Me, True Blue, and Rid Harchie. Thank you very much indeed. Then, if I can scroll down a little bit more, then Danny Kiriakou coming in with 5 memberships as well. Big up, Danny. They went to Daniela. Daniela, you're not the one that was the West Ham fan, are you? Baruta, Gary Officer, Warren Lindsay, and Frankie Kiernan. Big up to you, Danny, and make sure you thank RDZ.
Yeah,
he's the one who sent you money on your birthday.
Thank you very much, both of you and Danny. And who got the first 5?
Oh, I've got to shut up. I'm not reading them again.
I wasn't listening to you because you talk so much crap. Honestly, 10th.
There we go. Big up, Erwin. I hope you're well, my love. Good to see you. If you can't behave, you will be kicked out of the show.
We've got to get our show back, right? We've got to get our show.
He's doing it again. Ready to behave?
Yeah, but you've got to listen to what I'm saying.
You're winding me up.
We've got to get our show back. That whatever it was called. What was it called?
Wedding Bliss.
Wedding Bliss, yeah, because you talk some absolute crap, I'm telling you, and I need to roast you.
Roast me? You couldn't roast a chicken, you golmo. Big up to you, Neil Shafton, for the super chat. It says, buy yourself some night vision glasses to help you drive in at night. I'm too scared. I'm too scared to drive at night. Danny Kiriakou. Big up to you as well, James. Spurs related. Make sure you go and sub to them if you haven't already. Welcome Beast says, new to the channel. Hope it's better than some of the others that talk drivel.
Yeah.
Beast,
you come in right at the last bit, right, where Kate says we're going to finish 10th. So that was a bit.
Yeah, it's normally better when I'm on my own, but occasionally my annoying husband decides to pop on.
So I apologise for the dribble that you heard.
Honestly, I listen. He drives me mad. 27 years, and people wonder why I'm grey. It's this gonk. It's not his show though. He don't know how to start a stream. He don't know how to end a stream. He don't know how to do a
I do
poll.
know how to
All
start a
he
stream
does
and end
is
a
sit
stream.
there and say stupid things.
No, let's be honest here, right? She doesn't let me have the power because she's a power hungry woman.
How dare you? When you're the one who sits with the remotes in your hand, you absolute
Yeah, well, only
control
because you
freak.
can't be trusted with them, you lose them.
It's not that I
You
lose
drop
them.
them,
I don't know how
you,
to. I don't know how
you,
to use them.
and you drop them down the settee.
But yeah, make sure everyone gets over as subs as well to Spurs related. Great channel. To be fair though, Kate, I couldn't roast the chicken either. I'd burn it to buggery. Big up for the Jules guys.
Was
Very
Spurs
much
related in here?
appreciated. Yeah, that James. I think it's James. He's in here.
I love their channel. Love
Yeah,
it.
great channel. Great lads. Definitely speak a lot more sense than you do. Maybe I could just change it to Kate and James, but not have you, have that James on here. And so we could have a proper football conversation without the waffle. Big up Danny for the more jewels as well. We're like this 24/7, I swear to God. Danny's getting me at it now. He's doing the penny jewels. I see what you're doing. I see you. She only listens to you, Jim, when you don't speak. Exactly. And later today we talked about Spurs. Thanks, Danny, for the jewels. Thank you, love. Thank you. We're at 37 years. Congratulations. I hope your wife has a lovely birthday as well. Make Jimbo run the next show. Jimbo can't run a bath. I don't know about anything else. Big up Danny, big up Potato. I knew a guy who couldn't even warm up fish and chips from the shop for his wife. He stuck it in the cooker with the boxes and paper and set the kitchen on fire. Jim, was that you?
I'm not that bad, darling.
No, you kind of are. Kind of are. You kind of are. Sub to these guys, there's 200 of you. Surely some haven't clicked sub. Yeah, thank you to. We have had some new subs today. Let's have a look. We have had
Thank you, James.
plenty of new subs today. We're actually up to 3,546. So big up to about 30 new subs today. You're all absolute bloody legends.
I want to know. Well, if we got time, I wanted to know from some of the chat if they can. I suppose we won't get them all in. Where they think we're going to finish if the window's shut now?
No, we'll leave that, Jim. I'll tell you why. If you would just let me run the show as I'm supposed to.
Well, see what I mean? I tried to do a bit of running.
Get out. Just get out of my show. Get out of my show. On Friday, we will be doing our prediction show where we will be predicting where we finish, who will win the league, top four, who will get relegated, who will win the Champions League, who will be the Golden Boot winner, who will be the Golden Glove, dark horse, and the surprise of the season. So, guys, do come on Friday, and you can help us and join in. 200 likes, legends. Thank you, Lady Webb. So yeah, we will do all of that on Friday. Big up to you. Sixth, says Nikki Coys.
Go on, Nick.
He just talked. I said ninth. Sorry, Jimbo. Jimbo can make tea. Oh, do you know what? I can actually drink a cup of tea. I'm not going to lie.
I'll make you one, darling.
Thanks.
Is my tea and coffee good?
I don't eat. I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, but when I was making you coffee, you used to
It's
say to me,
it's the best coffee. You could go in any shop and you'll never get a better coffee than Jimbo's coffee. That's a fact. His coffee is a friggin' shamazing. She's like Bricktop. Do you know what a nemesis is? Yeah, big up to everyone. You're all legends. Oh my God, I just said that. Do you know what Nemesis is? That's the first thing that come in my head. But that's my all-time favourite film, Snatch. So, yeah, brilliant. Can anyone at Spurs confirm or deny Everton had bid rejected? Well, a lot of sources are saying it, and good sources as well. So I would say there's some truth in it, if I'm honest.
In what? In what?
The fact that Everton have had a bid rejected for Richarlison.
Well, if they offered 15 million, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. big up to everyone who sent in jewels. Literally can't go through you all, but you're all lovely. And I'm going to have them all turned into another nice sparkly ring. Big up to Andy Bays for the super chat. Sean the Boss for becoming a new member. Spurs 6659 for the super chat. Cole for the super chat. I'm going down. Spurs 6659 for the member chat. Lady Webb for the super chat. You guys are so generous and kind. All the jewels, so many jewels. Moondog for the super chat as well. Vice City for the super chat as well. Danny Kiriakou gifting 5 memberships. RDZ 1882 for gifting 5 memberships. So kind. Neil Shafton for the super chat. And everyone for the jewels. There's so many, too many to go through. I'll be here for another hour. But you're amazing. Big up Dio, all the way from Orange County, where Jimbo used to live.
Yeah, but not in California, Florida.
Oh, okay.
How much? Yeah, 27 years we've been together. That's how much you listen to me.
I didn't think there was more than one Orange County. Why would there be 2 Orange counties?
Because they're in different states, darling.
Yeah, but why though?
It's like having
people.
Yeah, but if you go to London, right, there's name of roads, and if you go to Lincolnshire, there's the same name of roads, but they're just in different places. It's like
That's
honestly,
roads, darling. That's not areas. You
well,
don't
it's
go
still,
to London and go, oh,
America's
hello.
like 10 times the size of England.
Yes, but you don't go to London and go, oh, hello,
Probably
I'm in
more.
Hyde Park. And then you go to Manchester and go, I'm in Hyde Park. Or I'm in Lincolnshire, but then go to Scotland and go, hi, I'm in Lincolnshire. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry, but that is pathetic.
But there's a Lincoln in America as well.
Yeah, but that's another country. America's a country.
Look, America's like, I don't know how many times bigger than England. It's humongous, Kate. So,
well, it's stupid. That's all I'm saying. Yes, I did enjoy A History of Violence. I had seen it before. It actually wasn't anywhere near as violent as I thought it was. I don't know why, but I thought
quite
it was
violent.
local. Yeah, I think I was thinking of Law-Abiding Citizen. I think I had that in my head, the violence-wise, because I kept waiting for certain scenes that aren't in that film. They're in Law-Abiding Citizen. But yeah, big up. No, I can't. We'll be back before Friday. We will be back. I don't know when. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, maybe both. All depends on if news breaks. But we will be back. Something will be put out every day. We're trying our best to do something every day. There's about 30 orange counties in America.
Yeah, I was going to say there's more than 2. I was going to say that to you. But I'm scared to really say anything to you because you don't listen to me.
I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time in Dallas, Danny. So it's huge, Texas.
Da 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 da. How was JR? Da 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 da. Okay, that's that. Listen, guys, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you, everyone, for liking. Thank you, everyone, for subbing and smashing the like button. And don't forget to join us over on Spotify. Oh yeah, JR's dead, isn't he?
Did you see what Warren J said?
Florida to Cali is 5 days drive.
Right here.
Bloody hell, that's a big place.
It's humongous, America. It's huge.
I wonder when Kate will start to sing. I'm still waiting. Listen, one day when I do a stream and I've had a couple of drinks, you'll hear me rap. But I have to be careful because all the raps I know have got really bad words in.
Do you know what? I have to say this. Kate can actually rap. She can actually rap. We was on a karaoke, and I was taken back with one of her raps. What song was it?
Forgot about Dre.
She was actually very good, and I was surprised.
My niece, who is 21, my nephew, who's 25, just looked at me like shocked because I can rap. I might have like in the middle, but I can do it. But yeah, one day, maybe at the Christmas show or something, I'll do it. Or if I'll make you a promise now. If we sign Osherman or Kane, I will give you a rap of Forgot About Dre. but I'll have to try and remember to beep out the N words and stuff. Thank you, Ram. That doesn't really surprise me because I can't bloody sing. That's why. But yeah, no. Look, thank you again. In all seriousness, for the support of the channel at the minute, it's absolutely incredible. And yeah, we're very, 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 very grateful. Big up Shawnee as well, for sending people over.
That presence in tinfoil.
Do you want to end the show, Jimbo?
Well, I've got to really end it talking about you, and what a bozo you are, saying we're going to finish 10th. I mean,
if the window closed
this is my turn to talk at the end of the show. Look, people, please don't listen to Kate. If we don't sign another player, we won't finish 10th. It just won't happen. We will definitely finish higher than 10th. So just have some faith. But there will be more players coming in. I'm not worried about that at all. They will be coming in. So just let's be a bit patient. And then on Friday, when them players are in, we can do our prediction shows. And this bozo here, you'll see the silly predictions she's going to give. And the true predictions will come from her better half.
Who never gets anything right. But enjoy the rest of your evening.
I got some 4-0s right, didn't I?
He predicted 4-0 every week and got 2 out of the 38 games. Congratulations. Enjoy your evening. We'll see you on the next one, hopefully tomorrow. If you can't be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, don't get caught. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
Spurs.
I'm watching football.